The way that you differentiate yourself whenever you have any engagement with one person, 15 people, or even 50 in a room is to follow up and to follow through.
Believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
What if a breakfast, lunch, or dinner can change your career trajectory? Often we find ourselves invited to either an event with one person because someone says, I'd like to get to know you. Let me invite you to a breakfast. Or can we have dinner together? Or you might find yourself as an invitee to an internal dinner with 10 or 12 other people who are at your seniority level, now meeting with the senior people within the organization, or now meeting with one specific speaker. Or maybe you find yourself in a larger group dinner or a larger group breakfast with people who are in similar careers at the same level, and it's purely a networking opportunity. Here's how you might turn one of those events into something that you can leverage going forward. First of all, do your research on the other attendees at that specific event. If one person has invited you to a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, do a little bit of homework. Today, it's easy to do homework on people that you're meeting with. All you have to do is Google them. At a minimum, you're going to find out what role they have professionally, how long they've been doing that. There may be other bios that exist because they work for XYZ company and they're a leader. And most companies do list the background of their key leaders. But do your homework so you know who you are sitting with to the best of your ability. If you have been invited to something that's external, you may not get the invitee list so that you can do that homework, but kind of get a sense, if you can, of who's going to be in the room. The second thing is you want to ask yourself, what are you playing for in that particular meeting? Are you going purely for informational purposes? Are you going to network? And if you are going to network, you need to have a goal. Do you want to have 5 people that you connect with so that you can do follow-up afterwards? Do you want to connect with one person specifically? But what's your goal? Because if you go into that meeting with intentionality, it will make it a high impact engagement for you because you know exactly what you are playing for. Now, maybe you're saying, I want to get to know this person, or I want to make sure this person gets to know me. Think about what are the 3 things that you want them to walk away with. If there's anything that you want them to remember about you, what are those 3 things? What information do you want from that person? Do you want to understand how long they've been in their business? Do you want to understand how they got there? What was the career trajectory? Do you want to understand what they did in order to acquire that seat? What kind of skills, experiences, or certifications did they need in order to do that thing? But again, that intentionality will keep you focused and very interested in that particular meeting. Now, let's say that it is an internal meeting, because they're getting all of the vice presidents together or all of the managing directors together in a certain department. Who would you like to get to know that you don't already know very well? Or who would you like to deepen a relationship with? Maybe you have a cursory relationship with them, but you actually want to build that into something like a mentor or a sponsor type relationship. Again, think about the questions that you want to ask them. Think about the information that you want to give them. If it is an internal meeting, I'm going to strongly encourage you to set up that engagement with a follow-up so that as you leave, you can say, as I said, I'm going to follow up in the next month or the next 2 weeks, and I'd like to sit with you and talk about A, B, and C. Because remember, that is how you deepen relationships, frequency of touch. So you can use that breakfast, lunch, or dinner as a way to set up your next opportunity to touch that person. And then lastly, I'm going to tell you, remember, the way that you differentiate yourself whenever you have any engagement with one person, 15 people, or even 50 in a room is to follow up and to follow through. Most people don't do it. And when you do it, it certainly will differentiate you. Hey, one more thing. If somebody invites you to a meeting and you have not really spent any time with that person, think about what they might want to engage you around. And I'm a big fan of getting right to the point very early on in the engagement. I too am happy to be meeting with you, but talk to me about what do you need, or what can I talk to you about, or how can I be helpful? That's my favorite line. How can I be helpful? And generally, if somebody wants something from you, they will start to tell you how you can be helpful, and you can get right to the point and enjoy the rest of the meal. Go get them.